Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Brian. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than normal. I know I haven't really done much Banjo-Kazooie in the past month or so. The sledge montage video that I did earlier in the month kind of burned me out a little bit from recording, so I didn't want to just record anything. And since I've been playing a lot of Civ 6 recently, I'm thinking it would be a good time to just kind of play that and see how this goes. I know Civ is probably not the most interesting since it's not super action-packed, but we'll see what we can do with it and see if you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a little bit slower paced than Banjo-Kazooie is, and don't worry, I will get back to Banjo-Kazooie. I'm just not going to be able to record that until probably later this week. So I'm going to be recording that later this week, and then we're going to return to our normal schedule of multiple videos a week. So I thank you all for sticking around and taking a gander at this one. So let's get right into it. So we're going to create our own game. Of all of the Civs available in Civ 6, I personally prefer playing as Trajan for a couple reasons. We get the All Roads Lead to Rome, so our trade routes get 1 gold per turn more than normal if there's a trading post in the city. Additionally, all of our cities get connected with a road, which is very, very useful for movement of troops and other units. We get the Legion unique unit, which is basically a more robust swordsman, and generally is a pretty good one. Once we get gunpowder and we can get musketmen, they're pretty much obsolete at that point, but we'll still keep a few here and there just because most of the time other civilizations won't be that advanced. We get the Bath district, which is basically like the aqueduct for other civilizations, but with the Bath, we get extra housing and amenities, which amenities are basically like the happiness if you've played other Civ games. But housing is also important, otherwise we're going to have slower growth. So we need that. So we're going to keep it on. We're going to keep it on Prince. I'm not the best Civ player, and I'm slowly working my way up. I'm playing a single player game on King currently, but it's a little bit more difficult, obviously. But I'm just not used to it yet. Excuse me. So we're going to do that. We're also going to set the game to online, or the game to online speed, because it is double speed than standard. We don't want anything like marathon or anything like that. So, what map type do we want? I guess we could do. We're going to do fractal. I like fractal. Continents is also pretty good, but continents can be kind of annoying. When you're stuck in the center and you have no way to make harbors, which can give you extra food, especially if you're in like a desert or other arid areas that have low food counts. We're gonna keep it small for now. Let's go to advanced setup. We're gonna take off religious victory and culture victory. Those are annoying. And we're going to take off turn limits, so there's no score victory either. So we're only going to have domination and science victories. And we're going to turn off barbarians. Actually, no, let's keep barbarians on. Those are okay. Ancient era, online, everything looks good. Everything I'm going to keep basically standard. And we're going to have 5 opponents to play against. So let's get right into it. Start game.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Cast your net wide, O Trajan, Emperor of mighty Rome. Your legions stand at the ready to march out and establish the largest empire the world has ever seen. If you can truly get all roads to lead to Rome, yours will be an empire of great riches and luxuries. Surely then our citizens will proclaim you as their best ruler, the Optimus Princeps.
Oh, I'm so glad that they had Sean Bean voice things in this game, because that is fantastic. I love it. Especially when, Civ is known for doing good narrators. Like Civ 4 had Leonard Nimoy. Oh man, that was great. Okay, so we are. We'll be okay. We're not in the best location, but it'll take us a while to get a harbor. We're probably going to put one right over here, maybe over here, depending. So we're going to build right here, our capital. We're going to build Rome. We're surrounded by rivers, so that is good for two reasons. A, it gives us fresh water. So if I go into the settler lenses, if I didn't settle, these would all be bright green, giving us extra housing. But also, since the fresh water is right next to us, we can build a water wheel, which will increase our production and food. So let's just explore a little bit with our warrior. We don't need to worry right now too much about any external threats, but we are going to build a scout in the meantime, so that way we can explore more of this landscape, get an idea of where we are, if we're on like a giant continent or if we're on a snaky little island like I am in my single player. Now, I generally go for science victories and just going for science in general, primarily because when we go for science, we're obviously going to be able to get more advanced units faster. And that is going to be very useful, especially late game, or mid to late game, where we have enemies who are going to be catching up to us, and we want to have the technological advantage of like mechanized infantry, or just regular infantry for that matter, versus them with crossbowmen, swordsmen, etc. So, let's get pottery started. That'll do us two things. A, it'll start us on the science track, but also it'll get us a granary, which will get us food production started. We don't really need mining or animal husbandry, because we can't really get to the sheep down here, and we need to get to irrigation through pottery to get a plantation for the tea that we have next to us and the bananas. So let's go and let's just breeze through these turns. We're going to set you to automate. I'm not going to even bother getting you to manually go turn to turn. So little goody huts are very useful, similar to how they were in Civ 4. Excuse me for coughing and things like that. It's I'm a little sick today, but actually I just kind of woke up, so that's more of it. But anyway, let's see, what do we want as our economic policy? Production or gold? I'm gonna say gold for now, because production is pretty much stagnant for now. It's not really big deal. So let's build as our civic. Let's do foreign trade. We're gonna need a gold explosion, because once we start meeting people, we're gonna do trade routes, get some gold going, and things like that. So let's get this group goody hut, or tribal village. They boosted our bronze working skills, which is good. That's very useful, because we're going to need bronze working, and just boosts in general are very helpful. Now, for those who have not played Civ 6 yet, and are wondering what the hell I'm talking about with these boosts and things like that, and amenities and whatnot, essentially each civic that you research and technology that you research — Civic's a new thing in the Civ universe where you have to research your civics, like what type of policies you're going to have. And technology is obviously just the science, but when you go through a research, you can boost it by saying, oh, let's discover a second continent. That gives you more progress towards your current civic or technology research progress. So things like that are definitely useful. Now, I mentioned amenities earlier. Amenities are basically just the happiness of your cities. You have a finite resource. You have a finite amount of amenities. So your amenities are based off unique bonus resources like tea, luxury resources like tea, bananas, things like that. So the more you can have more than one, but generally only the first one will actually provide happiness for your civilization. Let's do a granary for now. Just get our food production up, because we're in the middle of the jungle. Oh, it looks like we found another continent, which would be over here. Okay. Alright, cool. So, by happenstance, we found another continent. And we found our first city-state, Jakarta. Now, Jakarta, city-states work pretty interestingly in Civ 6. You don't really... Unlike Civ 5, where you basically just kind of make them happy and then they fight for you, these actually give you bonuses, and I know they did in Civ 5 as well, but they didn't give you the bonuses consistently like they do in Civ 6. For example, in this one, any yellow texted city-state will give you gold as you send them envoys, which are the, I guess, your just the people that you send to any city-state to say, hey, we're friends, right? And they, just keep going back and forth. So we got a new policy. We're gonna change. We have a trade route, so we're gonna do the trade route policy. And we're not going to bother with our military policy change yet because we don't have a naval yard. So let's change our civic research to... we're going to do early empire for now. Mainly because we can, increase our expansion of our borders by buying more tiles, as well as increasing our production of settlers if we choose that economic policy as well. So let's see. Meeting other civ. We found Spain. Oh no, I hate Spain. Yeah, Philip he's very religious in this game. So what we'll do, we'll sample the hospitality, sure. Oh, and we found Norway. Okay. All right. So we know 2 of the 5 civs that we're going to be fighting against, and look at his eyebrows. Look at them. Like, wow. Okay, so, I'm not afraid. It's an honor to meet you. We'll sample the hospitality of you guys as well. So, diplomacy changed a little bit in Civ 6. Essentially, let's go to Philip, for example. Philip, we can get gossip items like is if we as we upgrade our access level, which includes things like learning what policies they're choosing, if they're working on certain projects, and that works as you become friends or if you send spies. Now, gossip items will be for that, but the access level increases over time. Your relationship is currently neutral. If we click on the relationship, we already have a -1 for some reason. We don't know why. But obviously the higher your relationship scores, the better you'll be friends and allies and so on and so forth. Now, unlike Civ 4 and I believe 5, these fluctuate. So let's say, for example, we start wars with everybody. We can get warmonger penalties. Right now we won't get one if we go to war with Philip, but later on we will get heavy, severe warmonger penalties, in which case people will be like, hey, we don't trust you. And that will severely limit your ability to make deals and things like that. So that's something to be aware of, that those stack. Like if you do deals that are in their favor, like you if they want to say, okay, we'll give you T for 10 gold per turn or whatever, and you say, oh, well, I'll give it to you for 9 gold per turn. That's a favorable deal for them. So they'll prefer that. Each civ has an agenda, 2 agendas actually, a regular agenda that everyone can see, and a hidden agenda when we get to the access level of open. So each one's different. In this one, counter reformer is anyone who follows the same religion, which is similar to how Philip is in real life. Gandhi's an interesting one where he is basically like, we don't like war, but his hidden agenda could be something like, and most of the time it is, nuke happy, where he likes using and building nuclear weapons. So and that harkens back to previous Civ games where they, screwed up Gandhi's AI a little bit in the first game, and then they kept it as a running gag. So it also shows you what government level they have or what government they're using, but and each Civ is different. So like the Norwegian Empire will have the last Viking king builds a large navy. So it follows more so what they're actually like in historical terms. Yes, give me a delegation. Thank you. That gives us friends. Rune stones. They are powerful. The stones, not the traders. Excuse me. I like the humor in this game. So we're going to say we're going to accept the delegations. So now if we go to Philip, we're going to have... oh, we don't have anything. Never mind. We're going to send a delegation to each him and Norway, just so we can kind of keep on good terms. So we get a +3 sentiment delegation, and first impressions of us are negative for some reason. So I don't know why. That's not really clearly explained, but whatever. Let's build a let's build a trader first. We're going to get to Jakarta, and we're going to just trade with Jakarta, get a road going between us. Now, if you noticed in the list, we have builders. Builders are different than workers were in previous Civ games. Essentially, builders are starting off at 3-time use units. So you use them to build 3 improvements, not roads. You build them 3 improvements like a tea plantation, a farm, a lumber mill, things like that, and they are then consumed and they're gone. So you don't have to worry about consistently worrying about moving units and deleting old workers that are automated or finding them because your gold is being depleted heavily per turn. So they're 3 uses per turn unless you get certain civics or wonders, in which case then you can increase that to 5 or 6 or whatever the maximum count is. Now, with tiles, I should mention this because improvements each take up a tile like they did in previous Civ games, but wonders like the Great Library, those take up a tile as well, and they have to be in tiles that are suitable for that type of wonder or later on districts. Districts are similar to wonders, in which case they take up a tile, but they're specialized. So for example, we can get a district specifically for science. We get a bonus if we put it right here next to this mountain. Or a commercial hub, which is for, well, commercial activities. You get bonuses if you put it next to rivers, and also next to other districts that will help boost it up. So those are always important. Now we are going to build a trade route to Jakarta, and it shows where the basic road is going to be, but also shows just how much gold we're going to be getting per turn from Jakarta. So we have an increase of 9 per turn, and we're going to increase that to 16. So that is very, very handy. So we can do a new technology. Let's do writing, so we can start our science tirade, as it were. And we're going to build... I want to build the Hanging Gardens, but I don't want to build it right now. I want to get my production up. So let's build a worker, or a builder. Can I buy him? No, I can't. I don't have enough gold. But I can build buy a second scout. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a scout, and we're going to have him explore the southern part of this continent, because, I mean, we should be okay from Spain from this mountain range. There's only a few ways they can come through, which is good, but down south is where I'm a little worried about. I don't know where anything is there. So warrior, where are you? Oh, you're gonna fight a barbarian scout. Okay, let's take him out. Get some experience for our worker. I've had warriors, excuse me, melee units that go from the beginning of time, the beginning of the Civ, all the way to the end game. And they're like the super powerful level 7, because you can get promotions, and you can only get 7 promotions in the, per unit. But they're level 7. They're super experienced. I have them built up to armies and corps and things like that. And we'll get into that later on once we get to those technologies and those abilities. But for now, we're gonna no, don't go north. Go south. Fine, whatever. I automated it. I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, unit armies and corps and things like that can make things a lot more robust. Oh no, the Scythian Empire. I don't like you. I don't like these guys for one very, very simple reason. Their unique ability is if they create light cavalry, if they create a horseman, for example, they get 2. They get 2 per every 1 that they build. And that extends. That's not just for, like, horsemen. That extends all the way down to, like, helicopters, which are classified as light cavalry. Excuse me. Jeez, I almost said artillery. So, it is a little bit of an annoyance, but we should be able to go through them quite quickly. It looks like we're in the center of the continent, though, because of how the rainforest is here. So if we do appeal, no, that doesn't help. None of this helps. Okay. Oh, I can do settler again. So next to rivers is gold, green, dark green. Next to coastlines is light green. neutral, and then we have somewhere you can't settle, since it's within 3 square tiles of an existing city, or something like that. So anyway, we'll choose the research. Let's do. We can do currency. Currency would be good. Let's do currency. We'll get to. We'll probably then do astrology, followed by celestial navigation, so we can get harbors, because harbors are definitely very, very useful. Yes, so 1 gold from every 2 adjacent district tiles, and then 1 gold from every adjacent coastal resource. So crab, fish, etc., those will get us extra gold. Lighthouses give us food, things like that. So we're going to stick with currency for now, but we're going to work our way up to a harbor. Excuse me. All right, so now we have a builder, and we'll show you guys. Let's show you guys what this does first. Let's get this tea plantation built. There we go. That's it. 1 button. It does it instantly. Same turn. But you use up one of your 3 little worker builder guys. So we only have 2 more uses of him. But that's not bad. That isn't a bad thing. Yes, let's get a 2 bonus from that there. That's probably not a good idea, because this jungle, I think, is what's giving part of it its bonus. But not that it matters much. Once we get to destroy, like, this jungle here, has bananas in it, so we'll put a plantation, but it still counts as rainforest / jungle, so we should be okay. You are a culture leader. Yes, thank you, Peter. Thanks. Peter sucks. I hate Peter. I have a friend. When my friends and we play online, one friend plays Russia, and he steamrolls to Cossacks and nukes and just destroys everybody. So it's a little annoying, and that's where my bitter feelings come from. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll sample the hospitality. Right now, Spain is not, Russia is not a big deal. We'll send you a delegation, because we want to stay on your good side, and we want to stay on the good side of Scythia as well. Scythia doesn't want my delegation, but that's okay. I don't care. Whatever. Also, we apparently moved forces near his cities, but the closest we got to is probably about there. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Excuse me. So we'll just do next turn. On the next turn, we'll save, and we'll end the episode. We're about 23 minutes in. So, yes, give me a delegation back. Yes, thank you. Awesome. All right, so I think Russia is going to be my friend in this one, because I want Russia to be on my side. Let's get, we're getting plenty of gold, so let's get a 50% production towards settlers, at least for now. Let's get a promotion in order for our warrior who defeated the scout. So this is the promotion screen. Now we have 2 tiers, or 4 tiers, excuse me, but we have 2 columns. One column and then the other. Now, if you notice, some of these are angled a little bit, so if we were to go from tortoise to amphibious, we can then get commando without getting battle cry, and we can just go up. We can basically go up this way, and then over to elite guard. So we can do everything and bypass certain ones if we so wish, and we can go backwards as well. I think. I don't think so, actually. I lied, because in order for us to get over to this way and go backwards, we're going to be already available to get it anyway. So ignore that. We're going to do battle cry, because we're not going to be going against ranged units very soon. So that's just going to increase our melee strength overall. Our combat strength, excuse me. Let's also get, for our civic, let's just get through let's open the civic tree first, actually. Let's do craftsmanship, because then we can do state workforce and then political philosophy, so we can get our 3 starting governmental systems in place. So let's do craftsmanship for now. You need orders. Let's get you to build a farm, because we need a farm. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so in the next episode, we'll do a little bit more exploration. We'll build a settler, get our second city in place. We'll probably start building north to kind of cut this land off here so Norway and Scythia can't expand into the main continent. But we'll have to bring a unit, a melee unit or something like that as well because of this barbarian outpost that's there on the map. I primarily want to get these horses because they will definitely help. I'm thinking I will probably build my city. Can I build it? Where can I build it? I'm probably going to build it right there. No water, but it's going to be right in the middle of the continent where I can then build a harbor on either side, make it a little bit easier for food and things like that later on. So let's go ahead and save the game, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching. My name is Brian. If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like. It doesn't take long, and it does help us improve and things like that. If you did dislike it, please leave a comment and dislike and tell us why you disliked it, either because of the game or whatever. So let us know. We like the feedback. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You'll get more content like this later on. Banjo-Kazooie, if you want to check out our previous uploads, things like that as well. So I thank you all for watching. See you guys next time.